All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get her going here. Start me off. Where to bid to go? Have it like $1,000. Open it up.
Turning deeds into rental property investments. Welcome back. I'm going to share with you how to turn a tax defaulted auction property into a rental property money machine. And that's what you're after, and I know that. So we're going to take a tax defaulted property, which was really a property you bought at a tax defaulted auction.
How about to go there? How about to go there? How about to go where? How about to go here? How about to go here? How about now? How about to go?
It now has a tax deed that you've been given, and now we're going to turn that into a rental property. I'm Ted Thomas. I've been involved in tax lien defaulted properties for over 30 years' time. So when I say tax lien, I mean tax lien and tax deed properties for over 30 years. So ask yourself, if you could buy a slightly used property for 10 or 20 cents on the dollar, and you could put signs on the property, then maybe use eBay and Craigslist and even Facebook Marketplace, Zillow and Trulia to sell that property for 50 or 60 cents on the dollar to a fixer-upper guy or gal, would that be a good business for you? You're darn right it would. You could buy slightly used and abused properties for 10 or 20 cents or sell them for 50 and 60 cents on the dollar. If that would work for you, well, I'm going to tell you right now, the county needs the money to pay their bills, and with those profits, you'd be helping yourself. So maybe you're an entrepreneur. A lot of people have the idea that they want to be a professional or they want to be an entrepreneur. Well, if you do want to do that, I know it's a dream in your mind. I understand that. Folks, are you you're doing that because you want to be famous and you want recognition? Or are you doing it because you want to make money? I'm going to show you how to make money in a business that's not very glamorous. Okay, so entrepreneurs, one of the biggest reasons people do that is they don't fit in to a corporate mold or a template. And what they want to do is they want to work for themselves. They want to work on, and they want to work on their own timetable. Well, you certainly can do that in this business. So what's this episode all about? Turning tax deeds into rental property investments. Okay, now I know many student investors, they start out and they already have a job, a corporate job with 40 hours a week, and they quit that job and they go home and they work 60 hours a week. Some of them don't make enough money. Well, you're going to be able to make plenty of money in this business, and you can have plenty of freedom to make your own decision. So if that's you, let's learn how to take tax deeds and turn them into rental property investments. I'll be right back. Across the United States, over 3,000 counties will auction tax defaulted properties. The local governments that auction these tax defaulted properties need money to pay the county bills. So they're going to auction these properties. The starting bid is going to be somewhere around 10, 20 cents on the dollar, although I've been to plenty of auctions where the auction started at $100. Now that doesn't mean it's going to end at $100, because tax defaulted auctions, the highest bidder wins. So the people that go there with money, the highest bidder will always win the property. All right, now the legislature in all 50 states has enacted laws that require people to pay. It's mandated that people pay property taxes. When I say people, I mean property owners. So the legislature enacts the laws, and then they push the law down to the county supervisors and the county commissioners to enforce the laws. And what do they enforce? Well, if people haven't paid the tax, the county commissioners are going to say, all right, to the treasurer and to the tax collector, levy the tax, and then enforce the tax. And if people don't pay their taxes, they can't collect the taxes, then the local county is going to seize that property. That means they're going to seize the property, they're going to confiscate it, and then they're going to sell it. Now, what are they going to sell it for? They're going to sell it at a public auction. Anybody can go to that auction.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get her going here. Start me off. Where to bid to go? Have it like $1,000. Open it up.
Now, the auction is going to start at least the back taxes. All right, so auctions can start at the delinquent back taxes. Now, they can sell it to the highest bidder. So sometimes it'll go to 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents on the dollar. But the whole point is, that you want to go to those auctions, you want to buy it low, and then you want to sell it low. So my strategy has always been buy it low and sell it low so I can sell it quickly. All right, well, that strategy works very well. Now, that's going to be buying properties at below the tax assessed value. All right, so let's discuss this for a second. Why is the county selling the property? The county is selling the property because they don't want defaulted property. So what are they going to sell them for? They're going to sell them for whatever they can get. Highest bidder will buy it. So if they start out at the back taxes, that might be $100, might be $500, might be 10 cents on the dollar. In most instances, what the county really wants is get it sold, Why do they want to sell it? Because they have a lot of bills to pay at the county. They have to pay the county employees. They have to pay for the school teachers. They have to pay for the schools. They have to pay the police department. They have to pay the fire department. They have to pay the libraries. They have to give money to the hospital. All right, so the county needs money. So they want to get rid of the property. So the county treasurer will discount that property, sometimes starting at only $100. It doesn't mean the property's going to sell for $100. It always sells to the highest bidder. However, the tax assessed value might be discounted 60%, 70%, 80% discounts at these auctions because the treasurer has to get rid of the property. All right, now that's the law in all 50 states in the United States. They're going to wipe out the mortgage and they're going to wipe out the deed of trust when the auction takes place. That means you're going to buy a property that doesn't have a mortgage or a deed of trust loan on the property. No encumbrance. That means if those two encumbrances are wiped out, you're buying a property at a very great deal. All right. Now, there's lots of people out there giving advice about these auctions. Some of them young, some of them are old, some of them are your relatives, some of the people who don't even like you, but everybody's going to give you advice, all right? Problem is, their advice is not very good because they're not qualified, because they haven't studied tax liens and deeds. You want to get a coach to give you your advice. All right, they're going to give you the right advice. So it's important to understand that people can't help you unless they're qualified to do this. And most people aren't qualified. So you end up with bad advice. All right, now they don't intend it to be bad advice, but it ends up that way. So there's plenty of opportunities. You don't need a license. There's going to be lots of properties to buy. Now these videos, there's all kinds of interesting examples. I'm going to show you one right now. For example, in a small county just north of Tampa, one of my clients bought a property, a single-family home, 3-bedroom, 1-bath home. Okay, the property was used and abused. It was covered with trees. Bought it for $9,100. The property was not in good condition. However, the tax assessor valued the property at $91,000. Or he bought it for $9,100. It was valued at $91,000. So think about that. All right, now, the student then learned at our class, they learned to go out and check the comparables and know what the neighborhood, what the prices were. So my student sold the property to a handyman. All right, the handyman happened to be a tenant that promised to fix the property up if he could get a good deal. So he gave him a good deal. He sold the property for $5,000, okay, and sold it for a value of $150,000. $5,000 down, $150,000, and they sold it on an option to buy the property. So meanwhile, that person's fixing the property up, and they're going to have to make payments all the way through until they pay $150,000. So my student collects those payments monthly until $150,000 is paid up, and the student only invested $9,100 down. All right, folks, that's better than a rental agreement to have someone paying the taxes and doing the fix-up and paying them the $150,000. Okay, now that's just a teeny tiny, just a glimpse of the spectacular things that happen in the tax defaulted business. I'll show you more of those in the videos as I go along. All right, now if you can buy for 10 cents on the dollar and resell for 50 or 60 cents on the dollar, how many of these would you buy? You'd buy as many as you wanted, especially if you realized you could sit on your rusty dusty, stay at home, and what could you do? You could sell it on eBay. You could sell it on Craigslist. You could use a multiple listing service. You could use Zillow. You could use Trulia. You could use your home computer. You could be doing this while you're sitting at home. I've tested many techniques. I've sifted and sorted through all kinds of deals. Why did I do that? Because I want to find out what's the best way to do this so you can get big paydays. I'm going to show you another big payday coming up in just a minute. Now, it's important that you understand you make your money at the auction. When you buy low, then you simply need to sell low so that you can get money quickly. All right, if you're holding out to get big bucks on these properties, that's okay with me. That's what everybody teach. Buy low, sell high. I don't teach that. I teach buy low, sell low, and move that property and get it sold quickly. This could be a side hustle. You can make enough money on one property to make your car payments, your house payments, and still have money left over to be able to make that great trip that you want to go to Hawaii. All right, now with the right guidance and someone to help you build it, this can be a perfect home business. This business can generate profits of 6 figures doing multiple deals each year. It's a business been around for 100 years. Think about that. Conventional thinking says to make a lot of money, you need a lot of money to get started. In this episode, I'm going to prove to you that you don't need a huge bundle to make a 6-figure income. Just a few tax defaulted properties. For example, a Michigan couple, they're married, they're senior citizens, and they followed my guidance. All right, now in the state of Michigan, the state will auction in 67 counties tax defaulted properties. You see those little white circles? That's how many auctions are taking place within that state in the next 90 days. This calendar updates every single day. I'm here today to show you how to make money. To do that, I'm going to show you briefly that there are thousands of tax defaulted real estate properties across the 3,000 plus counties in the United States. This is quite interesting. You're looking at the Ted Thomas Magic Interactive Map and Auction Calendar. It changes every day. Now, I created the calendar and the map so I would know how many auctions are taking place every day in the United States. Now I can show the little guy how to make money. Most importantly, I created this system so I could have an auction list for each auction 24/7. Getting back to our seniors, they purchased a single family home at a tax defaulted auction. All right, now the tax assessor claimed the property was worth $55,000. Now they paid at auction $8,000 to the auctioneer and they received a deed. Now shortly thereafter, they had the property cleaned up and they removed all the trash and materials that were left over, and they now required an additional $4,000 investment. So where are they now? So the senior couple has followed my buy low and sell low process. They now have $12,000 investment. They easily could have rented that property. Instead, they used a contract for sale, and they sold the property and accepted installment sales. Let's take a look and see what happened. They purchased the auction property during the holiday period, during the Thanksgiving, Christmas period. A lot of people say you can't sell, but they're using this strategy of buy low, sell low, and that's going to attract the right buyer. All right, so let's review. Their original investment was $8,000, add another $4,000 for fix-up, or $12,000. They were all in. They sold the property in less than 60 days for $35,000. So they bought it low, they sold it under the tax assessed value, all right? They made a profit of $23,000. How did they do that? They used a contract for deed, which required the new buyer to make installment sales. Now, those installment sales are going to be paid over a 10-year period of time. So the new buyer now paid $400 a month, or $48,000. Now, certainly, this was a big improvement over just renting the property. So one deal like that could make a huge difference in your life. They did 3 more of those during the next 6 months period. This system works because it's been tested and perfected in the trenches where the real deals are made, where big money is on the line. Now, buy low, sell low strategy attracts flippers. It attracts guys and gals that want to do fixer-uppers. It even attracts renovators that want to take a mediocre property and make it into a show place and a mansion. All right, so by buying low and selling low, you have quite an attractive market. It's going to take some time to implement all this in your life, but it's a great business, and it requires that you're going to have to do some work. I want you to get through the learning curve as quickly as possible so that you'll be on the road to making a business of your dreams. You can get your piece of this massive pie. My name is Ted Thomas. I do want to remind you, don't buy a property at auction unless you've had boots on the ground. There's a lot of reasons for that. If there was a big rainstorm, or there was a windstorm, or they had a fire, or it was next to a pig farm, you might not want it. Secondly, don't buy a property unless you know what your exit strategy is going to be. If you know what that's going to be, you won't bid too high. I'm Ted Thomas. Don't forget, request your free auction list right below me.